Lilith was Adam's first wife. She left the Garden of Eden and became known as the mother of demons and the ruler of hell. People also think she created a kind of vampire called the Turok Han, so she's often called the mother of vampires as well. Hi, I'm Alina, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. The Babylonians had a story about a lady called Lilith, who was like a storm demon and believed to bring sickness and death. They thought she flew around at night looking for newborns. People also said she tricked men to have demon babies with them. This story is really old, going back thousands of years. Some stories say Lilith was Adam's first wife. These stories come from stories about a goddess named Belili. Others called her Balet, or the Divine Lady. Later on in Jewish stories, Lilith became a night demon and was said to be the mother of demons. She was able to trick people easily and even pretended to be an advisor to a goddess named Ishtar. Lilith used to be a very beautiful woman. She was often compared to Eve, but Eve had red hair and Lilith had platinum blonde hair, fair skin and blue eyes. She was also taller than Eve, standing at about 6 feet and 3 inches. Both Lilith and Eve wore crowns made of leaves. When Lilith got banished from the Garden of Eden, her appearance changed a lot. Her hair turned dark red, her skin got darker, and her eyes turned yellow. She also could change into an owl, a creature that's especially active at night. She also had marks on her hands and feet from where some angels poked her with their weapons and threatened to drown her if she didn't do what God wanted. After becoming the Empress of Hell, Lilith wore fancy clothes in a Gothic style. Her clothes were often thin and showed a lot of skin, usually in black or dark purple colors. Her hands had claw-like fingers and her mouth had sharp teeth meant for tearing things. Lilith was made by God from the same stuff as Adam. One day she was walking around and she met Lucifer, and they had a friendly talk. This happened after God scolded Lucifer. During their chat, Lucifer convinced her to support him. He told her that since she was made the same way as Adam, she was his equal and shouldn't have to obey him, and Lilith agreed with that. When Lilith got home, she and Adam argued. Adam didn't agree with her. She got mad and left. Adam told God that his wife left, so God sent 3 angels to bring Lilith back to Eden. They found her in a Red Sea. The angels told Lilith to come back, but she said no, so they held her up over the sea and threatened to drown her. Lilith still said no. Then they threatened to kill 100 of her children every day. Lilith stayed firm and was punished by losing all her children. She said more children would come, but she was really sad and felt lonely and betrayed and left Eden for good. Lilith met a creature named Taniniver and they became friends. Lilith rode Taniniver like a horse. Taniniver took Lilith to meet an archangel named Samael. Samael had been kicked out of God's mountain because he didn't like people. At first, Samael didn't like Lilith either because she was human. Lilith told Samael that she didn't believe in being only for Adam. She wanted more for herself, something bigger and better than just serving someone else. Lilith didn't want to be involved with humans in the future and agreed with Samael about how bad humans can be. Samael trusted Lilith more after she helped heal him. Lilith and her steed joined the 2 fallen archangels on their mission to fight against God. They planned to make their move when the angels went to worship God. The 4 friends saw an angel named Gabriel guarding the gates of Eden. Lucifer made some stars fly around the angel to confuse him for a bit. Then Lilith told Tanniver to grab the angel and hold him tight so they could sneak into Eden. During the struggle, Gabriel hurt Tanniver, but the creature managed to scare the angel away. Inside Eden, Lilith thought about confronting Adam, but then she realized she couldn't hurt him because they both were made from the same matter. So Lilith decided to target Eve instead because she thought that Eve was weak since she was made from Adam's rib and was subservient to him. Lilith turned into an owl and whispered words to Eve while she was sleeping under a tree. This made Eve curious for Satan, who looked like a serpent, and tricked Eve into eating the forbidden fruit. Satan promised Eve that if she and Adam ate the fruit, they would have the same power as God. However, one of the animals in the garden, a wolfhound named Mira, exposed Lilith's disguise and she had to leave. Despite this, Satan managed to get Eve to eat the fruit and they escaped from Eden under a cloak of darkness. After angels fell and Lilith left heaven and people completely, she ran away with Samael, who's now called Satan. They went to a cave and it said they had babies there. These babies were some of the first demons and they were called Lilim. God punished Satan by sending him deeper into a dark place where he couldn't move freely. Because Satan was trapped, Lilith turned to Asmodeus and had evil children with him, causing chaos wherever they went. She later married Lucifer, who was the ruler of hell, which made her the queen of demons and the ruler of hell as well. Lilith and Lucifer had a son named Mundus, who one day might take over hell. Lilith took care of Mundus and made sure he was strong, even though Lucifer didn't care much for his son. Since Lilith became the mother of demons in hell, she also wanted to make scary creatures on earth. She made the Turok-Han, the first vampires in history, and became known as the mother of vampires. This Turok-Han caused chaos back in ancient times. People even wrote about their scary deeds on old pottery in Mesopotamia. Lilith also got back at heaven by scaring pregnant women, newborns, and single men. But she had to promise 3 angels that if she saw their names or pictures on a charm, she'd leave moms and babies alone. Lilith became a symbol of desire, leading people astray while also being linked to harming babies. Demons in hell got really scared when Jesus was born, aka the Messiah. Lilith even said she would eat Jesus to show how powerful hell was over goodness. She thought if she ate Jesus, the darkness would win over the light. Hell agreed with her plan, so Lilith went to kill baby Jesus on the night he was born. While baby Jesus was peacefully sleeping in his bed, Lilith and Taniniver covered the barn where he was with darkness. The only light there was Jesus himself, which bothered Lilith and Taniniver. Taniniver tried to dim Jesus' light so the bad spirits Lilim could come close and hurt him. But before they could do anything, 3 good angels came and killed the Lilim. Then the archangel Layla and her wolfhound Mira showed up. Lilith fought Layla for Jesus and Taniniver fought Mira. When Taniniver got badly hurt by 3 angels and Mira, Lilith got very angry. Lilith turned into a scary owl-like creature and tried to hurt them, but Layla covered Lilith's eyes with a veil. Then Mira grabbed her by the throat. Lilith tried to escape by turning into a snake, but Mira still caught her. Lilith had to give up and promised to leave baby Jesus alone. She went back to hell feeling embarrassed and mad, with Satan scolding her for losing. At first, Lilith was independent and friendly, but also proud and bold. This led her to reject Adam's advances. She felt like Adam saw her as less important, even though they were made from the same matter. Because of this, Lilith joined the rebel angels during the war in heaven. There she met Satan, who felt similarly betrayed and frustrated. Angels who were supposed to help Lilith and Adam instead kicked her out for being rebellious. She also realized that God listened more to Adam than to her. After being kicked out of heaven and running away with Satan, Lilith became good at tricking people. That's when she tricked Eve into eating from the tree of knowledge, starting the fall of man. Lilith grew angry and vengeful towards God, and so she created the first monsters on earth. Her demon children caused chaos and led people away from God's teachings. Despite what many people think, Lilith actually cares for Eve. Even though Lilith tempted Eve to eat the fruit from the Garden of Knowledge, she actually felt sorry for Eve and got angry at how Adam treated her before and after they left the Garden of Eden. When Lilith disguised herself as an owl in the garden, she and Eve talked a lot about how Adam tried to control Eve. Over time, they grew to respect and even like each other, especially since Lilith saw that Eve wanted to learn and know things. But Lilith is also known as being very mean. She does things like eating human babies and making pregnant women lose their babies. She enjoys playing and torturing her victims. She even teased her enemy Lila by showing her the remains of the babies she ate. Lilith also likes to sleep with powerful demons, gods, and even some angels, although she does not understand love. She prefers some partners over others like Lucifer, Satan, and Asmodeus. She's also not shy about showing off, like when she joins orgies with satanic witches and demons. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!